Hello and welcome to Maths by SAS. This is my second lesson of D3, chapter number 6, exercise 6b, that is about application of distance formula. In this lesson, I will solve question number 3. Let me read the question from the book. Question 3 says, given that the coordinates of the point P and Q are, P has the coordinates -2 and 6 and Q has the coordinates 9 and 3 respectively, find the coordinates of point R on y-axis such that PR distance equals to QR. It's really important to underline important terms of the question and understand that what do they mean. Here we have to find coordinates of point R and R is on y-axis, and the second condition is that we have to keep the distance of PR equals to distance of QR. Recall my previous lesson in which we discussed about the basic requirements of Cartesian plane, that if any point is on y-axis, then what will be the coordinates of that point? Because for better understanding of lessons of mathematics, it's really important to integrate the lesson with the previous lesson so that learning becomes perfect. When any point is on y-axis, then the coordinates of that point will be point on y-axis will have the coordinates 0 with y. So because r is on y-axis, therefore the coordinates of r will be 0 and y. R will have the coordinates 0 and y. And now after that, what do we mean by this condition given that PR equals to QR means that distance between P and R equals to distance between Q and R. Now recall the distance formula. That distance formula is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, and then we have to take the square root. So according to that, first of all, given condition is PR equals to QR. It's a given condition. So we have to insert the values in this condition. P to R, so 0 minus x2 minus x1. So it will become 0 plus 2 whole square and plus y minus 6 whole square equals 2. Okay, and let me put the square root first and then I'll be moving to the other side. QR. Now R has the x value 0. 0 minus 9 whole square plus y minus 3 whole square. Okay, and now let me close the bracket, and then 2 plus 0 will give me 2 square plus y minus 6 whole square and under the root equals to minus 9 square plus y minus 3 whole square. Now in order to get value of y, we can see that both sides are having square root. So squaring both sides will give me 2 square plus y minus 6 whole square equals to minus 9 square plus y minus 3 whole square. Now take the squares, like this will become 4. Here we have to apply the algebraic identity from D2 chapter number 3, that is a minus b whole square. So perfect square identity with difference. Okay, and it will become y square minus 2ab 12y plus 36 equals to 9 square is 81 plus y square minus 6y plus 9. I'll be going little slow in these questions because I know some of my students were finding these questions difficult, so that they can understand these questions easily before exams. Okay, this y square will be going with this y square, and now what I have to do, I have to add up the like terms. Okay, 36 plus 4 will give me 40 minus 12y equals to 81 plus 9 is 90 minus 6y. Now what I have to do, I have to shift like terms on same side, like minus 12y. And when I'm shifting this minus 6y, do not forget the basic rule of integers and method of solution of simple linear equation. I have to shift this minus 6y. It will become positive 6y, and 90, and shift this 40 to other side by transporting it to other side. So I must have to change the sign. So this will give me minus 6y equals to 50. Now in order to get value of y, what I have to do, I have to make y the subject of formula. I have to shift this 6 minus 6 to other side. So the question will take the form y equals to 50 by minus 6. Okay, and now we are going for the simplifications. That is 2 3s and 2 25s, and I'm left with y equals to minus 25 by 3. And please do not forget that whenever numerator is larger than denominator, we have to give the answer either in mixed number or in decimals. 3 8s are 24, and this is 1, and y equals to minus 8 whole 1 by 3. So this is the value of y. So r will have the coordinate 0 and y, and instead of y I have to replace minus 8 whole 1 by 3. I hope you are clear about this question, and let me quickly move to next question, and let's read the question from the book. Question 3b. The coordinates of point S such that S lies on x-axis and the condition is PS equals to QS. Now here the problem is that the unknown point that we need to find is on x-axis. Recall the condition that when any point is on x-axis, what are the coordinates of that point? So if we recall the previous lesson, we can see when any point is on x-axis, its coordinates are x and its y value is 0, x and 0. So because here in this condition S lies on x-axis, or S is on x-axis, therefore coordinates of S will be x and 0. Now the second condition that we must have to follow is that PS equals to QS distance, PS equals to QS distance, and it is given. You must have to support your working with this short statement so that examiner can understand your working well. Now distance between P to S, P has the coordinates minus 2 and 6, and Q has the coordinates 9 and 3. Yes, 9 and 3. Now we have to apply the condition that P to S distance, P to S and S is x and 0. PS, that means x minus 2, x plus 2, that will become x plus 2, x1 minus x2 minus x1 whole square, plus 0 minus 6 whole square will be equal to QS. Now we have to find the distance between these 2 points, and this will be x minus 9 whole square, x minus 9 whole square, okay, QS, and 0 minus 3 whole square plus 0 minus 3 and whole square. Let me put the square with different pen so that my students can see it easily. Okay, and then I have to put the square root symbol, and after that I have to do that x plus 2 whole square as it is, and 0 minus 6 will give me minus 6 square root, and then equals to x minus 9 whole square plus minus 3 square. Now again see that letter that we want to find, that is x, is under the square root, and in order to remove that square root we have to take square on both sides. So squaring both sides will give me x plus 2 whole square plus minus 6 square equals to x minus 9 whole square plus minus 3 square. And now apply the identity from D2 chapter number 3, that is a plus b whole square will give me x square plus 4x plus 4 plus minus 6 square will be 36 equals to x square minus 18x plus 81 9 square and plus minus 3 square will be 9. Now again what we can do is we can remove this x square term with this x square term easily, and I'm left with 4x plus 40. 4x plus 40 equals to minus 18x, and 81 plus 9 is 90. Now what I have to do, I have to shift like terms on same sides, and like 18x has to be shifted towards 4x towards left hand side. So the equation will take the form 4x plus 18x is equal to 90 minus 40. 18 plus 2 20, and this is 22x equals to 50. And now x equals to 50 by 22, and this will give me 2 11s and 2 25s. Okay, so x equals to 25 by 11. Now what I can do is that 25 and 11 I have to divide it. 11 1s are 11 and 11 2s are 22. Okay, 22, and I will left with 3. So this will give me 2 whole 3 by 11. That is the value of x. So we have to write on the coordinates of s on x-axis. So x will take the form, s will take the form s x0, and instead of x I have to replace 2 whole 3 by 11 and 0. I hope you are clear about this lesson. Let's move to the next question, and let me read the question from the book. Question number 4 says, a line segment has two endpoints m3 and 7 and n1 and minus 6 and 11 and minus 6. This is 11. Okay, it's always good to read your question before solution and compare it. Find the coordinates of point W, and W lies on y-axis. W lies on y-axis, and W is distant from M and N. Okay, there are many things in this question that we need to understand before the solution. That we have to find a point W, and W is on y-axis. If the point is on y-axis, first of all, recall that what will be the coordinates of that point, because W is on y-axis. W is on y-axis. Therefore, the coordinates of W will be, okay, recall the previous lesson, and please you can take the help from the previous question as well. W is on y-axis, so the coordinates of W will be 0 with y, its x value will be 0. And now understand this phrase that W is equidistant from M and N, that the distance of W from M, distance of W from M and N is equal or same. So what condition we are going to form? So Wm equals to Wn. Wm equals to Wn. This is the condition that we are going to use for this question. Now replace the values in the formula, that W has the value 0 and y. W has the value 0 and y, and M has the value 3 and 7. M is 3 and 7, and N is 11 and minus 6. N 11 and minus 6. Now insert the values carefully. Wm. Okay, let me mark it in this way, and you also have to show such type of small working so that there has to be no misunderstanding in the solution. Wm. Okay, now x2 minus x1 whole square, that will give me 3 minus 0 whole square, 3 minus 0 whole square plus 7 minus y whole square equals to wn. Now we have to find the distance between w and n. Now 11 minus 0 whole square, 11 minus 0 whole square, and plus this is minus 6 minus y, minus 6 minus y whole square, and we have to put under root symbol as well. This is the square root sign and this is the square root sign. And let me move to the next step. This is 3 square plus 7 minus y whole square equals to, okay, square root symbol 11 square, and this is minus 6 minus y whole square. And now again recall the letter that we want to find is under the square root symbol, so we have to take square on both sides, and that will give me 3 square plus 7 minus y whole square equals to 11 square plus, okay, let me take minus sign outside, and this is 6 plus y and whole square. Learn to make your calculation easy, okay, because both the terms are having minus sign, so it's better to pull out that minus sign. Okay, now 3 square will give me 9 plus here I have to apply a minus b whole square, and according to that it will become 49 minus 2ab 14y plus y square equals to 121 plus, when I will take the square of this minus sign, this will become positive, so I'm ignoring this in this step, and rest part will take the form 6 square is 36 plus 12y 2ab plus y square. And now try to learn to make your calculation easy. This y square will be going with this y square, and I'm left with 49 plus 9, that will give me 9 9 18, and 4 plus 1 5 8, but let me reassure this. 49 plus 9 is 58. Okay, let me use different pen. 58 minus 14y equals to 121 plus 36, 121 plus 36, and that is 157 plus 12y. And now solve this simple linear equation by shifting like terms on same side. Minus 14y minus 12y equals to 157 minus 58. Okay, 157 minus 58, and this will give me 99. 99, and this is 14 plus 12 is minus 26y. Minus 26y. Now in order to get value of y, what we have to do, we have to shift this 26 to other side. So equation will take the form y equals to minus 99 by 26. Now see, 99 is odd number and 26 is even. We cannot divide it, but what we can do is that we can turn it into mixed number. 99 divided by 26. So let me check it. 26 multiplied by 3, 26 multiplied by 4 is big number. 26 3s are 26 multiplied by 3. 26 multiplied by 3 is 78. 78 and minus 99, and this will give me 21. So y will take the value minus 3 whole 21 by 26. So the coordinates of w, and which is on y-axis, will take the form w0 with minus 3 whole 21 by 26. I hope you are clear about this lesson. For next difficulty level, please catch me in the next class. Watch my lessons, like, share and subscribe the channel, and press bell icon to get the notification of every lesson in time. Thank you very much.